So this is Christopher standing here in Hong Kong with Jeff O'Connell from United Front Games, and they've just shown us the first footage and gameplay elements from the upcoming game Sleeping Dogs. And I don't know, Jeff, maybe you can tell us a little bit about the game, sort of general concepts.
Sure. Sleeping Dogs is an open world game coming later this year from Square Enix and our studio United Front Games, and it's the story of an undercover police officer, Wei Shen, who goes up against the triads in this amazing city of Hong Kong. And it has especially deep action mechanics because we were inspired by the action heroes of Hong Kong like Bruce Lee and Chow Yun-fat and all of those incredible actors, and we wanted to make a game that you could be a character like that in the open world and still have the mechanics of a linear game. So we're excited to show you that today.
Yeah, because I just had a first go at the gameplay myself, and the fighting was pretty, I mean, felt inspired by the Batman games.
Yes. We love the Batman games, and working with Square Enix, it was a great partner to have because of their experience with Arkham Asylum. But we had always had that kind of fluidity in mind for our combat, but what we think we've brought to it as well is a very visceral combat style. You see a lot of incredibly vicious moves in there. Some of them are inspired by MMA, mixed martial arts. Some of them are inspired by other martial arts that are a lot meaner as well. And the other thing we've brought is the interaction with the world, being able to grapple somebody and put them into anything from a roof fan to a hanging fish hook. There's a variety of these props in the game, and it allows you to really have fun with the environment.
Yeah, the PEGI 18 rating isn't no surprise.
Yeah.
So can you maybe tell me a little bit more about the main character in this game?
Wei Shen is the main character, and he was born in Hong Kong and left Hong Kong because of an incident with his family. And I won't go into that and spoil it, but he's come back to Hong Kong as an adult after being an undercover police officer in San Francisco. And he goes undercover with the Hong Kong police force up against the triads, using his childhood connections to get in with the triad. So there's this very interesting challenge for Wei of having his duty as a police officer, but also his abuse of this loyalty to his friends, and that's really the crux of the story.
Yeah. So will the story feature a lot of choices and morality, or is it more of a sort of one direction, the main story?
It's a linear story, so it's not branching, but we've been inspired by incredibly successful Hong Kong films of the past several years, including Infernal Affairs, which inspired The Departed. So what we've tried to create is a really mature and gritty story that pulls you in, and you're fascinated by the characters and how some of the bad guys are actually some of the most entertaining characters in the game. So even without the branching, we think like there's lots there.
And this is of course set in Hong Kong, and coming here, it's no surprise that you would want to have a game set in the city, but can you tell me about the choice of the city? Did you ever consider doing something else?
When we hit upon the idea of Hong Kong, we were sold right away. And it was just a matter of thinking about the history of the city in terms of cinema. I mentioned Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Sammo Hung. You look at John Woo's films, and you look at the films that have inspired movies like The Departed that I mentioned, all originating here. And then when we came here on our research trips, and you see just what an interesting city this is, the fact that it's an island, which makes it perfect for an open world game. You've got water gameplay. You've got a mountain in the center of the city, which is great because so many of our team came from Need for Speed. Great opportunities for racing. Lots of different elevation, which helps with our free running. So the city really is perfect for an open world game.
It's sort of the main character almost, isn't it?
It is the main character of the game, and we've tried really hard to bring the things that we saw and tasted and felt and heard when we came on our research trips into the game, in terms of bringing to life the night markets and their color and their flavor and their noise, as well as the more corporate districts and everything in between.
And you mentioned the driving and how the team is experienced with the Need for Speed games.
Yes.
Can you how much of the game is going to be a driving experience, and how much is fighting and all the other stuff?
We've made it a real mix. So just like many open world games, driving is a means to get back and forth to your mission objectives. But because the Need for Speed guys on our team, their experience means that you can just pick up and play and love driving. You can love driving around. You can get cop chases. There's a variety of races in the game, cars, boats, motorbikes. So driving definitely features prominently, as you saw in the demo. There's also a component of driving and shooting. What you didn't see is there's also rail shooting missions where you'd be shooting from vehicles, just shooting and not shooting and driving. So it's definitely a big part of the game.
Okay. Are there any other characters in the story that you would want to speak about at this point?
Well, we have a very big cast, as I mentioned, because the story is very broad. We wanted to do justice to the modern day crime thrillers that have a great cast of characters. And you saw in the demo today Tom Wilkinson, Oscar-nominated actor, doing the voiceover for Pendrew, Way's superintendent. Yeah. We have other characters who I really shouldn't get into, but who will be revealed over the next few months. We're very pleased with our cast.
Okay. So you mentioned later this year. Yes. Do you have any more details on that?
Not right now. We're really excited though, and the second half of this year is when you'll see the game.
Okay. And it's for Xbox and PS3 only?
Xbox, PS3, and PC.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thanks.
It's Raymond. Yes, sir. Don't worry. Now they trust him. He's in.